Kia ora, welcome back to another episode of Sharpen Up, brought to you by Beard Brothers and also Groove Bar. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube, Spotify, or anywhere you get your podcast. Follow us on social media. Kia ora te whānau.
Kia ora.
Full whare.
Full whare, I know.
It's been a while.
We've got plenty of sport to talk about, but I want to start with our episode last week, Jordan. The social media about the B-ball's been popping off.
Yeah, it's been pretty cool. Like, it's cool to give basketball some shine. And as you guys know, I'm a big B-ball fan and advocate for New Zealand basketball. And yeah, I think the starting five thing really has kind of rocked a few people up. I got quite a few messages.
Like personal DMs as
the
well.
DMs,
There are a lot of comments. You can go and check it out. I've enjoyed it.
Yeah.
We've even had some of the players commenting.
Yeah, we've had Tall Blacks comment on it and kind of disagree.
Andrew Mulligan, who
Mulligan was in there.
commentates Sky Sport for the Breakers.
Well, he gave us the cosign. That was pretty cool. And then I got a few personal messages and then a few family members hitting me up. And then my old man chimes in and he reckons, gave me his...
what does he think?
Well, he reckons he's in the starting five. He's like, why don't you say me, bro? So, no, that's been really cool. And it's just to get the conversation going. And I think the corridor around Stan Hill as well was really interesting, and people were messaging me, telling me he owns a pub in Coromandel.
Yes, I saw that. I'm like, do we go into a Sharpen Up episode then? Go
and
for
that,
a car.
still a legend. And then another friend of mine who knew, like a close family friend, were telling me like these amazing real like stories about the feats of him. And then my dad, who played against Stan, he said that one of his vivid memories was elbowing Stan in the face, and then after the game he grabbed his stuff and ran out of the Auckland YMCA, and apparently Stan was looking for him in the changing rooms, but he said after he saw Stan, like later on, he was just lovely, like a lovely man. Understood that what happens on the court stays on the court, but that starting five were interesting. Like I think people kind of got confused with like the best five versus a starting five.
Yes.
And that was my starting five. So I'll still stick with it. I'm still happy with my starting five.
Nice.
I see Stephen Adams is here at the moment.
Yeah. Doing a bit of a tour. All his camps going on.
Yeah.
And he's such a just the amount of koha and aroha that he gives, and contact that the rangatahi and all the tamariki gets to have with the NBA superstar. Like he's a superstar. So yeah, he's mean. He's a cool fella. I don't know him personally.
No, neither.
But man, what a beautiful man.
Yeah. Yep, no, great. While we're on the topic of social media, Joe and Jordan, you guys have had a kōrero about a mutual person on social media that you guys know?
Mutual Payne.
Yeah. There's something about that Ponsonby Rugby Club. Right? It was interesting because sometimes I go online and I'm having yarns back and forth with people, and that Marcus Bennett was a topic of this discussion online for a lot of wahine out there. Impersonating different, I don't know, professions, pretending to be these people that he wasn't, and then
dating the wahine, right?
Right. Getting wahine pregnant, bro. Like there was like 8 different wahine.
No.
And then Joe messages me one night and he tells me, bro, that fella played for Payne. So fill us in, Gil.
Nah. Well, like I said, when I messaged you, and I was like, because you were going hard on the bro, and I thought, it's not just the wahine that he's catfished. It was when he first turned up to Ponsonby, and his name's not Marcus to us, it's Pola. His name's Pola. I can't say I forgot his last name, but he turned up to Ponsonby, and he looked the goods, like big Tongan, like muscly ears. Spoke the goods too. Told us that he'd come from Shoot Shield in Aussie, played Aussie reps.
Stop it.
Like talked himself up. Was in line for Tonga, like Galetai. And then first game, I haven't seen anyone put a handbrake on. But by then it was too late to not have him in the team. Like we had to have him. So we got through the season. Obviously we had that championship that year.
Yeah.
He's in it, so he's a Gallagher Shield winning champ.
Did he play the whole season?
Oh, he was in and out. So,
Right.
but like once I think if you've played five or more games, then you're counted as a Premier player. And yeah, he played the majority of the set. I don't think he played the final, but he almost lost us the semi. Yeah.
So he's catfished all these wahine and he's catfished the whole rugby team.
And there's something on, there's an Aussie podcast, and it's the same story. He told these rugby guys the same thing, that he come from New Zealand, a professional player back here.
He's a Gallagher Shield winner.
Yeah. And it was funny because when he came out, our Ponsonby chat just blew up, and we're like, bro, this fella looks familiar. And I was like, bro, he does, he? And we had to like flick through all our page and like that. I looked,
man.
bro, the bro's bowler, not Marcus. Oh, and he told us he was a barber too.
Oh,
But
did
no
he
one
give out
let him.
any
Nah,
haircuts?
no one let him touch our
Damn.
hairs. So yeah, that's our connection, bro. Our hononga to the bro.
Oh, that's a bit out the gate,
Okay.
isn't it?
It's a wicked.
Well, lucky you're here, Joe, to tell us all about that, but also to tell us all about the rugby that happened on the weekend. The All Blacks beating Argentina 41-24. I mean, that was pretty much a given, right?
It was a given, but a lot of the players were new to the Argentina or playing over in Argentina,
true.
and they weren't sort of sure how they would take playing in front of a packed stadium, having been over there and experiencing Argentina for the first time. But I was up early in the morning, expecting the game to start early as, but I didn't really look at the time, and ended up starting at 9 o'clock. I could have had a bit of a sleep in. But no, the All Blacks played well. It looks like they're putting a few more things together that are promising for the games to come. I know they're targeting South Africa,
Yeah.
but after the Aussie-South Africa game, I think they should be worried about the Aussies.
Well, that was a big shock, I think, for everyone to see that the Wallabies beat South Africa 38-22.
Yep.
First time in 60 years over in South Africa. But the Wallabies were down 22-0.
Nil.
And I don't think anyone could believe that they could come back. Even when they scored their first try, the commentators were like, oh, the Wallabies, they've got themselves back in the game. Everyone's like, that's just a stupid comment to make. And then, lo and behold, they end up coming back and winning.
And that was mean to watch. Like, again, I was about to turn it off at half-time and 22-0 down. And I thought, I'll hang in there, I'll keep watching. And then, what's the funny thing about rugby is if you start to build a bit of momentum, then everything sort of falls your way.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works, but like when Aussie scored the first try and then they went back to back after that, and then they had that, you could see that belief coming through the team. And I don't know, the Aussies just played pretty mean at the end there, and to lock it out over there, it's hard. I've spoken to boys that have gone and played in South Africa, and it's a tough place to play.
I could imagine. Like, as I'm thinking about it, because I see a lot of Australians kind of like going at each other, like old kind of legends.
Yeah.
Well, even
Campese,
Campese went
yeah.
at the coach, Joe Schmidt, didn't he, and said he
Yeah.
couldn't coach rugby and all of this
of
stuff,
that.
and then they come out and win. But you're right, they were kind of,
Yeah.
didn't really have faith in each other.
No, I was like, wow, like, what the heck's going on here? But what do you reckon was there certain players that stood out? Did South Africa kind of just fall off a bit? Or
I think when you watch it, James O'Connor, he was unreal. Like, he was a bit quiet in that when South Africa went up 22 points, but he was able to bring those boys back in. The Aussie loose forward trio, they were pretty strong, getting turnovers. But there was that young winger, Jorgensen.
Yes, he was good.
Like, he was probably their best player. Him and the other winger that got the first try. But I don't know. I think if you get a core player, some core players that can keep that belief or bring everyone back to toe, I guess. Figure out what they need to do and then move forward from that. And I think, James O'Connor did that. Their captain, their number 8, I forgot his last name. He got injured, but you could see that they were trying to rally together to bring that game back.
I think it's great for rugby as well, isn't it, Uppy? Because to be fair, the Wallabies, Australia, haven't been that great for quite a long time. And then to see how excited they were, and like I said, first time in 60 years, it's pretty huge for Australian rugby and the state they've been in lately.
Yeah, that's pretty. I didn't realise it was 60 years. And I think it goes back to like the importance of a coach and a good coach. And Joe Schmidt, we've seen what he did with Ireland.
Yeah, true.
And to come away to a different country and start with, we saw how horrible the Wallabies have been for the last few years.
Cabbage.
But I
I was like, not too good. Horrible cabbage.
I big raps to Joe Schmidt and what he's done, and and to those players. Obviously, they're the ones who go out and do the job, and big mihi to Aussie.
Probably the good thing for Joe Schmidt is that he knows he's handing the reins over at the end of the year, so he can kind of lay a foundation, but put it all out there and be like, okay, this is my DNA for the team, and hopefully there's a core players in there that will take that on, and then add it to the next coaches, for Karo and all that.
How did that league convert go? Oh, Joseph Soli'i.
Bro, he was the mean.
He was mean.
He was mean.
Yeah.
Oh, that's because of
Nice intercept try.
Yeah.
Nice intercept try.
Yeah.
But just his defense too. His defense was mean. I mean, he I think he was the leader in that defensive.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah, I just hope Aussie. I don't want to say it, and I think all the All Black supporters will hate me, but I want Aussie to win the Bledisloe this year.
Hey.
Have to.
How come?
It just makes rugby interesting. We need it. We need it as a country.
Yeah, I like that.
We need it as a rugby nation.
But to humble the rugby.
No, but it just like we've had it for so long that Aussie tamariki don't even know what it looks like. The current Aussie players don't know what it looks like.
True.
They've seen it when they've displayed it on the field when they've gone to play, but they've never held it. And I think there's not a certain level of appreciation for the cup. Obviously, the All Blacks want to keep winning it because we feel like it's ours. But I think for the game, it'll be more interesting, and if the Wallabies do take it, then the following year to be that whole hype again around Bledisloe Cup. Because I remember growing up, that was like one of the best comps that you'd wait for and watch.
Yeah.
To all our Australian tamariki out there, Bledisloe Cup is a myth, but it's actually real over here in Aotearoa.
The statuses I was seeing on Facebook was how boring is rugby. I'd much rather watch league.
Yeah.
And that's sort of statuses that I was seeing over the weekend.
But that's the thing, though. We need to make it exciting. So take the cup.
Just let others win.
Well, even when we talked to Aotere, right? Aotere Black, and we asked him about watching footy, and he reckons he watches the NRL.
Yeah.
This is a dude whose professional career is in Union as well. So, just to back that up.
One player that you mentioned, Joe, was James O'Connor. And I saw a great interview with him because obviously he was kind of known for a while there, the bad boy of rugby. He kind of got sent away from the Wallabies, went overseas. I think he had a great year with the Crusaders, won Super Rugby Championship, but there was just a great interview where he said he's come back into the Wallabies, he's very grateful, but not just to play, but to be the more experienced, older player now where he can tell the younger ones, don't make the mistakes that I made. Don't be like me, which I think is important for older players to share stuff like that, just to try and guide the younger players in the right direction.
Yeah, speaking of which, you guys got any advice for any younger players? What's something that you would absolutely recommend not to do?
Not to do.
Not to do.
Amuri
Got
Yakwe.
You got that, mate? Not what to do.
I mean, other than
good
lie
photo.
about your professional career in Australia to get into a Crims team.
Don't lie on your CV. It's not so much the not what to not. You know, in your career, you got to make mistakes. You have to.
Sure.
Like you have to make them. Then that's where that learning comes from, and in that growth. You know, like, yeah. And like James OConnor, or the any sports person that's made a mistake, they've served the ban or they've served a punishment, and then they've come back even better. I'm not saying go out there and make mistakes, like on purpose, but if it happens, it happens. You know. I'm just saying, enjoy yourself as an athlete. Go and enjoy yourself. Have fun with it,
but not too much.
But not too much fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the same. I made plenty of mistakes, bro, and I used to have this saying, one of my mates, flat out, no regrets. Like, that was our motto. And I think back to the bro too, like we were playing in the under-20s and we got told, you know, don't go out. But we're like, oh yeah. Flat out, no regrets. We're off to the Mad Cow in Townsville, if you know, you know. We're coming back from the clubs, and Wayne Bennett was waking up at 5 a.m. going for his run. We were just walking, we were hiding behind the street poles as he was going for his morning jog. But yeah, like you got to live too, you know, and we did get caught and got in trouble, and yeah, I learnt from that, and yeah, that's probably all I got to say.
It's the worst thing to tell 20-year-olds, don't go out.
Especially on away trips, isn't that the first thing they pack, their gear to go out?
Put your jeans in there, man.
At the bottom of the bag.
Flat out, no regrets.
Flat out, no regrets.
Flat out, no regrets. Before we move on
for the show.
from rugby, Joe, do you think the Wallabies can do it again, and are they the real deal now? Or I guess teams take them more seriously?
If they can get up again, then you can say they're the real deal. Like that's the mark of a good team, or a great team, is if they can back it up and then do that again. Maybe not let them get up to a 22-5 league, because you don't want to be known for the team that comes back all the time. You want to be a team that's dominant and they can carry that on. But yeah, all the best to them.
Yeah, I guess we'll see.
Hopefully that if they, like I said, if they can back it up, then we'll say they're back
might
up
have
there.
the Bledisloe.
That's it. They could have the Bledisloe. Not when we're at the top, bro. We're ranked number 1 now.
Yeah.
Thanks to our Aussie cuzzies.
Yeah. Moving on to the NRL, and it was Indigenous Round across the last 2 rounds, which I think is great because sometimes they only celebrate it over 1 week, so clubs miss out. So they pushed it out to 2 rounds so that most teams got to host at their home games. Nice. I think James Fisher Harris did an amazing job to lead the Warriors out. The NRL also had the Indigenous Youth Summit, so 4 rangatahi from the NRL Warriors Foundation got to go to Australia and part of a big Indigenous Youth Summit to give the youth a voice. So I got to interview them. That'll be on the show Marae this Sunday on TVNZ. But I think it was important because they got to go over there, learn about the Aboriginal culture, the Torres Strait Islander culture, and vice versa, and just to connect with other Indigenous youth from, I guess, around the world, essentially Australia, and see the similarities and the difference. And one of the biggest things that our rangatahi coming back from that summit just was saying, it was great to connect, but just they're so grateful to have what we have here in Aotearoa, and with all the changes that are happening with the government, because in Australia, Aboriginal Torres Strait Islanders, they don't even have their language. They don't have anything like that. Even for us to have the national anthem where we start in Te Reo Māori, they were saying like they didn't realise that the Indigenous culture of Australia doesn't have anything like that. So I thought that was really important from the NRL to do that and to make it across the 2 rounds.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I think back that what an awesome opportunity for those rangatahi to go and, you know, express our culture to them and vice versa. The thing I like about it was seeing people like, you know, the Fish leading our team and like, because I know our tamariki watched the superstars to our tamariki, you know, and also like I know for a lot of athletes, you're just touching not having their culture, and a lot of our, you know, Māori athletes didn't grow up with their culture, and it's quite, you know, we've heard a lot of different athletes talk about, you know, the struggle of learning and sort of taking that leap. So I mihi to all those players who had a ngākau tūwhera, who open-minded and leading in that space, because our kids are watching, and it was pretty inspiring to see.
It's meant to hear. One of the other things I love about Indigenous Round too is the jerseys.
Yes.
And just the amount of like beautiful artwork and design that all these artists are able to create, but then the storytelling behind them, and the whakaaro and the pūrākau that come with it. I mean, hearing it from our end and listening to the stories, and then the local clubs, and then the different, I forget the, like the mobs, I suppose, or the,
the mobs,
you know, the iwi or hapu, and it's that stuff's really beautiful to hear as well. And then you see the pride, like I saw Traumit doing like a photo shoot, and it was like traditional kākahu, and that was really cool, like had a bit of a korowai thing going on. It was that part, you know, because I'm used to seeing the bro for the wrong reasons, you know, like in the headlines, but then to see him in that light, I was just like, exactly what Api was saying, like there's rangatahi out in the bush and the outback looking at him going, man. So I really enjoyed the storytelling part of it as well.
He does heaps for his
for his mob
anyway. When you're out in pre-season, he's always back there.
Yep, he is.
If it's skills and drills with his crew, or he's out on farms working with you know, with his local people. But I like the Māori players and the Warriors stepping out of their comfort zone. Usually I'm across that with my mahi that I'm in, but I was left in the dark on that one. Yeah, and I popped up on
I
TV.
thought I might
and
have
was
seen you out there.
And
I didn't get the call up to hold a taiaha.
But the thing I also like about it is it's not token. A lot of our players back in the past spoke about the tokenism, and I was more like shame to do that. You know? So it's all authentic, it's real, and our people and our players can connect to it. So that's what I'm loving.
I think the whole week Ngāti Whātua had gone in and worked with the players. I just seen on just some of our pānui that come through work, and we had you know, some tohunga go in and talk to them about the culture or tāmaki itself, and then to see what they produced on Friday night was mean. And then the wahine down in Waikato with their one. I actually like the wahine's jerseys.
They're mean.
Yeah, they were mean.
Yeah, even the Black Ferns one coming for Rugby World Cup.
Yes.
That was, like probably one of my favourite national team jerseys, to be honest.
Nice.
But,
Did they send you one?
Yes, I got one. It's me.
Player cut?
Yeah, so, you know, tapered. Not muffin top that I need.
But I think to your point too, Api, it gives them the confidence, and it does open up more conversations. Like after the game, after I'd done my interviews, I was just having a yarn to Chance, and then he started asking me about my Te Reo Māori journey and how that was, which as long as we've known each other, we've never really had that opportunity. And I just think, and it just opened up that corridor between him and I, and he was asking me about it, and he was saying him and some of the boys have been trying to do some throughout the year, and just I just think it highlights it a bit more. Yeah.
And that's cool. Like I love hearing stories like that, and I'm currently experienced that at a grassroots level. This year, one of my main kōrero to our head coaches, we need a cultural advisor in our space. And in the last 2 weeks, one of the whanaunga who's leading in that space, it's amazing, like what it does just to our grassroots.
Yeah.
It blows my mind that like some of the questions that they're asking, and I've always said it, like I think it's so important, even at the professional level, like what it does to fulfill someone and get the full authentic self of your player, is having someone in that space. And that's my whakaaro on that kaupapa. Yeah.
Nice. Well, shall we move on to talking about the Warriors game against the Dragons? They got the win, 14-10. They moved back up to fourth on the ladder. However, I mean, I don't know how you feel, Jordan, having had watched, but the Dragons, they lost 3 forwards in that first half, category 1 HIAs, which is just unheard of. I get a win is a win, but we only just beat the Dragons, to be fair. Like, at one point, their fullback, Clint Gutherson, was playing in the forwards. That's how depleted the Dragons were.
Yeah.
I get it. We still won, and they'll take confidence from that, and they can build in these last 3 weeks. But, I mean, it was a very interesting game to watch. Joe, you're nodding.
Oh, I'm just thinking the Dragons on their good day are a bad team. No, if you watch their season, they're not even in the 8 teams are smoking.
Well, they were
them.
they're not in the 8.
But
they did win
again,
their last 2 games in a row. The Warriors are on a 3-game losing streak. Jordan, your thoughts?
Good confidence booster.
Yeah.
Like, just to get the boys into a groove, I suppose, for the next 3 weeks,
Yeah.
as you said, Courtney. So, win's a win.
Yeah.
Dub's a dub, whether it's an inch or a mile, we'll take it. Thank you.
But again, it's that building momentum in games, but this is building the momentum in a season, and then at the right end of the season.
Hey, hopefully. Yeah, hope so.
Yeah, we're still in 4th place. Just holding on by a thread, I reckon. And our run home's not too bad.
Well, we've got the Titans this week, then we have the Eels at home the week after, then we have the Sea Eagles back in Australia, so that's the end of
so they're all teams outside the 8.
Yeah, in the normal competition. So we should technically be okay for September to play finals.
The Titans have lost Tino. He got knocked out on the weekend. So not sure if he's back. So it's a loss for them, but again,
mind you, they didn't have him when they played us here a couple of weeks ago.
And they lost there.
Yeah, they lost that one. And we do remain, Jordan, your look on your face, but we do remain in 4th, and we were very fortunate, I guess, that the Panthers didn't beat the Storm in that controversial end to that game. Uppy, you were watching this one. The Panthers and the Storm, it was even. Panthers get a field goal, but then Harry Grant runs into Moses and falls over, and it's no field goal.
Yeah, I reckon it should have been a field goal. Like Cleary's, I don't know where the prop's meant to go. You know, is he meant to disappear? But yeah, it just shows the class of both teams.
Yeah,
I reckon they're both going to be way up there at the end of the year. So. Big me to Melbourne for getting the dub. But.
Yeah, because if they won, they would have moved into 4th.
And I do think, bro, do you remember who we predicted before the season started?
I think you all went Storm, did you guys?
I think we both... Oh, did
or
we?
Did you go Panthers?
No, we did go Storm.
We went Storm,
yeah.
We went Storm.
And Pity went Broncos, didn't he?
Who's Pity?
Okay, here, Pity.
Did you guys go full disregard of the Raiders?
Who?
Yes, we did. Sorry, Joe.
It's a bit lonely at the top. It's a bit lonely at the top.
And you weren't here, sorry.
You fellas all right down there?
You weren't in the squad at that time. You just got the lone caller.
I watched the reactions to the Harry Grant kind of flop. I don't know what we're going to call it, but do you think, Uppy, that if it's within rules, play. But you could see that he intentionally kind of did it. Like, what's your whakaaro on that, bro?
What are you saying? I like that. If you know the rules, use it to your advantage, you know, and I reckon it's real cool, it's real smart. And those players, I was actually listening to the 167 podcast, the Melbourne Storm.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Did they speak about it?
They were talking about a rule. There's a rule in the game where you can, for kicking for touch, you're actually allowed to put it on a tee and kick for touch using a tee. They're like, we might try that this week. I've never ever seen that.
No.
Yeah, so it's in the rule book to put a tee down and kick for touch. And it'll actually be like easier,
Would
I
it?
reckon. Yeah, I reckon if you've got a draw, a right to left draw, kicking for the left touch. So we might see that in the next few
The
weeks.
Storm might pull that out in the finals, maybe.
Yeah.
So then, do you think, because you'll be set up for droppies if you were playing league, would you, or not?
Never kicked the field goal in my life, bro.
But then, if you were coaching that, what would you, like, would you just tell your props or players just don't be in front of the kicker?
Yeah.
How are you meant to?
There was an example that one of the footy shows showed that, I can't remember what team it was, but the props literally had to run out of the way once they knew that the kicker was going to kick.
Yeah.
But then again, what if they accidentally run into the opposition running at the kicker? So it's hard to just...
I'd always thought, what if you had them there, and it's similar to Harry Grant's try. Like, if I was Harry Grant and you were there, like, you'd still be an option to hit if I didn't want to pass it back for the droppy. So I didn't see why Moses was in the wrong. If he was looking like he was going to get the ball. You know what I mean?
You just can't go invisible.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it's a tough one. But then I think Harry Grant, he was pretty good about it, because I think Channel 9, when they were interviewing him, they were like, we've got an Oscar for you, Harry, for the best flop for milking it. And he just laughed. So he understood. But then in the press conference, when Nathan Cleary was asked about it, he was being very diplomatic. And then his dad, Ivan, and he said, no, be honest. What do you think, Nathan? And then Nathan gave his opinion, which I think too is cool, because like Harry can laugh about it, and see the funny side that we're all talking about, but then also to hear the other side where, for once in a press conference, the Panthers are like, well, we think it's stupid. And so I thought it was very interesting conversations across that weekend for that.
Yeah.
Cool.
I agree.
Do you think there'll be a rule change now because of this?
No, I don't think.
We might see more of it, you reckon?
More flops, or maybe, I don't know.
It's like that bloody, when you get a hit high.
Yeah.
Who's that fullback for the Titans? Little fella.
Brimson. Was it Brimson?
He got hit across the head anyway, and he just got up and played the ball, you know. And
was it Campbell?
Yeah, Campbell. Yeah. And I was talking about, any day of the week, if he stayed down, that would have been a penalty.
Yeah.
But it goes to knowing the rules of the game. Harry Grant knew what he was,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it goes back to that, and we've seen it. It's not the first time we've had it over the last few years.
Because there was that penalty try, and I think in that same, or the week before, where someone jumped for the ball, he landed, but then the guy caught him on the ground and stopped the try, but then they said it was a tackle in the air.
Yeah.
Ballsy. Well, shout outs to Moses and shout outs to all the props out there.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Don't stop it, bro. Keep doing it.
We spoke about the Wahine and their how they did and celebrated Indigenous Round. They lost to the Raiders. It was a pretty physical game, wasn't it? And a couple of our Wahine got sent off, and mean game to watch
hard.
though.
But hard to try and come back with 11 players.
Yeah.
That was early too.
Hey, was he a bit of a fuffai?
There was a spare tackle
Yeah,
and
like
a hip
just
drop.
hip drop and then going over the vertical.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Mean tackle though.
Yeah.
It was a mean tackle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did
you watch it?
Nah. I didn't get the opportunity to watch it. But one thing that I did hear was, I've been wondering the last few weeks why Michaela Brake's not been playing, and she just put out that she's hapu. So big me to her.
Yeah.
To the break whānau.
Yeah, to the break whānau. And not sure if it was planned, eh? Or not.
I reckon she would have been gutted, eh?
I know. I do have that in here.
Not to be hapu, but
Yeah.
probably the timing of it, she probably would have been like...
Yeah, no, but I do have congratulations to Michaela and her husband expecting their first bubba.
Nice.
Yeah, which is great news for them. In other rugby league news, Payne Haas has, I mean, it's probably the worst kept secret in the NRL, right? Yeah. Payne Haas has committed to play for Toa Samoa, which I think is great. I think why not? And he wants to play for where he's from, play for his whānau. So I think it's a great move by him.
Is that a catalyst for others, you reckon?
Yeah, we've seen the tauira. We've seen what Jace Taumalolo and that did for Tonga. Yeah, I think it's mean for the game. And big mihi to the bro for doing it.
Yeah, I seen Gordon Tallis kind of having a spat about it.
Was he, you reckon?
Well, he reckons that you should choose who you want to play for, like right at the beginning of your career, blah, blah, blah. And then it kind of brings me back to when we had the kōrero about state of origin and about the eligibility rules again, and then how I was saying that these boys are going to end up playing for Samoa and Tonga.
Yeah.
Anyway, so like... for them now to kind of come back to it, because it's actually happening now, it's becoming very real. It's like, oh, no, they need to choose this and that. And then I've seen a few Kangaroo boys come out and talk in interviews and say, nah, it's actually really good for the game. And I'm happy for the boys. We know them, we play with them, we grew up with them. We know their families and how important their culture is to them. So good on them. And it's only going to grow the international game, which I think is going to be really cool. And then, there's going to be a follow-on effect. He's not going to be the only one. And then I saw Willie Mason talking about how, like, there's a possibility that boys from the Samoa Tonga team that don't actually make it.
Yes, I saw this.
Will end up playing for the Kangaroos and the Kiwis because they couldn't make the Samoa team or couldn't make the Tonga team because there's already, those positions filled. So I'm interested to see what actually happens. Tonga, for me, are going to be a really special team. I'd really like Isaiah Katoa.
Yeah,
I think
he's unreal,
exceptional, and I think what they're going to be able to build off him is going to be interesting. But yeah, I still got some love for Toa Samoa, and also got some love for the Kiwis too. So I hope it'll be interesting. Let's just put it there. Yeah.
I know it's not on the notes, but who would your Samoa team be? Both of you, well, all of us.
All of us. I did see one today, actually, and it was stacked because you could have Hamaso in at fullback.
Damn.
Then you've got like Critter and Brian Tor out there on the edges. You have someone like Jazz can be, or he can float anywhere. And you've got all your forwards.
I did see Josh Papali's comment. Didn't you see that?
No, what was that one?
He was like, I'd be keen to play for Samoa too, but I don't reckon I'll make the team. So I'll play for the Cook Islands. So that's he must be Cookie too. So that was his kōrero, unless I was seeing things.
But it's good to have these options. We were talking about rugby earlier, but it's the same with league, especially at this international level. It makes it better for the game. And I think, like for Karo, like Gordon Tallis, like I remember working on Payne Haas's first game for the Kangaroos, and he was so young. Yeah. Like he was so young to have to make someone that young and talented choose back then. Like I think he was still in his teens straight out of high school. And I was sitting next to his whānau in the stands. And obviously, if you're getting presented with an Australian jersey when you're, 18 or 19, you're not really going to turn it down, are you? Yeah.
I mean, Willie Mason himself played for Tonga first.
Yeah.
Then he eventually went to the Kangaroos. And I think even Jonah, I don't know how old he was, 17 or younger, but he played Tonga first as well. So I don't know, I don't know if that whakaaro sticks for me, what Gordy was talking about.
And then Billy Slater, because it was like that origin kōrero as well. Billy Slater was really good. And he said, like, I know how much playing for Queensland means to Tino, but I also know how much his culture and his family means to him. And, you know, he has worn the Queensland jersey. He's played for Australia. Why can't he now go and represent his culture if that's what he wants to do? So I think that's important too, to hear from players and coaches like Billy who have that whakaaro.
Probably makes it easier if you got coaches or people in influence having
Who understand.
who have that kōrero for our players to be like, oh yeah, I feel comfortable now to go and play for my people.
Well, I think too about the countries like Italy and in
Lebanon, yes.
as well, like even Greece.
Yeah.
And then Ireland, you know what I mean? And even our northern hemisphere countries, I think it'll be interesting for the international game. I'm just can't wait to see what happens as well. Like that last selection.
Yeah.
For Fiji, Cook Islands, Samoa and Tonga,
Yeah.
that'll be really interesting in the southern hemisphere landscape, because they'll be giving those northern hemisphere countries a real good go for their money.
It opens up doors for like other like kangaroos that would have missed out because of those boys, you know, who are just as good. You know.
With this being said then, does Kalin Ponga make the move to play for the Kiwis?
Wiki mai, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
You reckon?
I wouldn't put it, I wouldn't count it out.
Yeah.
It's cool that he plays for the Māori All-Stars, and I love that. I'll throw it out to, like, I remember Dane Gagai, and I'm like, I would have loved to see him play for the Kiwis too, you know. There's a few boys out there that could don the black jersey, you know, born and raised in Oz, but, you know, whakapapa back here, so that would be, I'd love that, that'd make me real happy.
Is Kyle Weeks, he's Cookie, but is he Kiwi?
I heard he was.
His partner's Kiwi, does that count? I don't know. Actually.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I was just thinking if you're thinking of Ponga,
yes,
but then who's going to miss out? Like there's chance. If Weeks was a Kiwi, you know, there's some pretty awesome fullbacks. Or do you play Ponga at 6? Or
Yeah, we're quite lucky in the outside backs. Even Tuopiki's been going well.
Yeah.
It's a good pata, good wānanga.
Good headache to have.
It's a good headache.
I'm surprised you haven't reached out for Ngāti Parau.
Hey, get it back for Ngāti Parau. Not yet.
Still waiting. Also on the weekend was the UFC. Hamza Chamay beat Duplessis and is now the world champion. Hamza, he's a great wrestler. You guys said it was, your whakaaro on the fight?
Yeah.
It was a bit huggy.
Yeah. But and I guess that's what he's good at, right? That's why he won. He was always on Duplessis' back. And
not one of the most exciting UFCs to watch.
Especially for a title fight.
But I guess if you're into wrestling and you understand it, then it's probably cool.
Yeah, I reckon
it's probably cool. But for your general,
outstanding.
For your general
UFC
viewers,
and especially us being from Aotearoa, where we're used to striking.
Yeah,
we're used to people getting knocked out.
Yeah.
So when I'm looking at that, I'm thinking, it's a bit huggy.
It's it's a huge difference when you're watching Dan Hooker backyards.
To seeing all the whananga scrapping in the backyard.
To that. But if you're a grappler and a wrestler, then it would probably be like, whoa, did you see that?
Yeah.
See that move?
Yeah.
We probably need to get someone on to explain it to us.
True.
Because that would be really cool.
Who would have more understanding than us.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. And I think if you understand, for example, you'd appreciate this too, bro. Like I've been trying to design our Ngāti Parau jerseys for this year, and I have no art bone in my body. I just look and then, but I don't appreciate, what goes into that artwork, and it'll be the same as wrestling and all the different disciplines you have in the sport. So.
But I guess to dominate wrestling, and there was 5 rounds, there must have been an art to it, or take a lot out of you to be in that position for that long.
And even for
must have
Duplessis,
been a
they
good
said
win.
he did really well to just last that long against it. When you have someone like Hamza who's like grown up doing it, like we've obviously grown up playing our sports here, he's grown up doing that, so he is a specialist in that area. So they said Duplessis actually did really well to last that long against
true.
it.
You know, I think at the end of the day too, bro got paid. Who cares? Who cares if his followers on New Zealand? I got paid because
Exactly. And he was OGP. He was enjoying the celebration. Well, maybe commiserations, but I mean, he was out after at the after parties. Duplessis. I mean,
True.
yeah. So he was having a good time.
All
So
good,
you're right. He was probably
Yeah.
the same, just thinking, well, I got paid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was a solid champ for a while too.
Yeah.
Duplessis, so he held that.
Yeah, he defended it a few times.
Defended it well.
Definitely.
If any brothers out there want to come hug me for a big paycheck, just let me know, whānau.
What's his name? Jake Paul. Jake Paul.
Jake Paul.
Jake Paul. While we're on fights, this weekend it is the night of Māori Warriors here in Auckland, hosted by Balmoral Liga. So they've got a big Māori fight night, which is great at the Barfoot and Thompson Stadium. The headliner is Titus Proctor. We've spoken about him on this podcast before. He's up against Alex Richings for the New Zealand Super Middleweight title. I mean, if you can, go along because in support, I guess, all our Māori fighters. They had their press conference hosted by Anthony Jelline at Full-Time Sports Bar on the weekend. Izzy Adesanya went to support, which I think is great when you've got big names like that supporting these local fight nights. But, I mean, Titus Proctor, Api, you're a big fan of him.
No, I am.
You spoke about him the last time.
The last year, I've been a fan following him. Oh, he fought Parks, a few years ago. So, no, he's a weapon, man. Unreal. So.
And so young too. And I think he holds most of the title, well, all the titles in kickboxing, boxing that he can hold. But this one, I think, is so that he can actually get, if he wins this one, he can start to get a ranking.
Oosh.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's a pretty important one for him.
Just down the road too for my fuddy.
There you go.
There you go.
We
What
might
have I
send
got
you
Saturday
along.
night? What have I got Saturday night?
Send
You
you
might
along.
be able to be a main event.
Get a big paycheck.
Before we move on to the local Hākinakina, Api, I've got in here 8-week challenge. And you too, Joe, actually. So what's your update? You too?
Still alive. Still alive.
What week are we on?
Start of week 4 here.
Start of week 4.
Week 3.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hang on.
You had your celebratory week after becoming champion. Yeah.
Yeah, start of week
I
4.
started late.
101.5. I started at 106, so 4.5 kgs down. So
Nice.
happy with that. Had a bit of a rough week 3. Didn't lose any weight, so sort of plateaued. But that happens, the bro reckons. So,
Then you get another spike.
Yeah, that's when most people drop off, isn't it? When they don't see that progress and they throw it in.
I was reading a message from my trainer this morning, and he was like, most of my clients drop off week 3 or week 4. So, kia kaha. So, enjoying the journey. There's been a few slip-ups, few mistakes, but it's
Part of the story, bro.
it's part of the story.
After the celebratory week, I first week properly on it, dropped 3 kgs.
Nice.
I don't know what I am now, but we got midweek scans at the gym this week.
Cool.
But my whakaaro, my mindset is I'm not going to do the midweek scan. I'm just going to wait till the end. I don't want to see what the midway point is. I'd rather just get a surprise at the end.
Nice.
My jersey's fitting a bit looser.
Oh, there you go.
That's a positive.
Nice.
I see.
Don't know what Kels will say. She'll be like, "Hey, you're lying, boy. You had takeaways last night."
Moving on to our local stuff. The Heartland Comp started up. Api, you were playing. How was it? The morning shift did your guys' jersey presentation, and then they had their show in Gizzy that night, which was like a big eventful weekend down there in Gizzy.
Big eventful, beautiful weather. Touchdown in Tūranganuiakiwa, and it's beautiful. It was all mapped out. And then we just got absolutely pumped. But yeah, in terms of the game, it was not the start we wanted. And Big Mihi to Poverty Bay, they had a young team and they played a good game and got the W. But I want to talk about the morning shift. That was pretty cool. They came in, presented our jerseys, and got to learn a bit about Matua Mark. He was born and raised in Gizzy, and they talked. And lucky enough, that night I got to go to their show, and I wasn't too sure what to expect. Going to a podcast live show. Didn't know how it would pan out, and it was a 2-hour show, and I absolutely loved it.
Nice.
And I want to shout out to the boys. They talked about the new media and the risks and their journey. They were really engaging. But the thing I love about it is they're like actors. They're singing, they're dancing, they got it all. They got the whole package, and they got a great balance. So just like to me, to the brothers, for what they're putting on for our communities. And I know the people of the 35 and Tūranga Nui Akiwa really loved it.
It looked like a good show from some of the stories that were coming through.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame. We gave them our Ngāti Whare jerseys and they wore them, but we lost. So.
I did think that.
That's all right. They still ripped. They
ripped the colours.
When Jordan come out and did the whole Superman reveal of the Coast jersey, and I was like, wow, it would have been cool if they had won though.
Yeah.
Just to rub it. And is that like your state of origin?
Yeah, so that's our big rival, our state of origin, and and they have the winning record. They're like being the bigger brother, but over the last few years we've been
beating them a few years. We've had the wood on them the last few years,
Yeah.
Nice. That's and Joe, you also played on the weekend?
Yep. Got the SOS.
Not from Uppy.
Not from up.
Not yet, not
coast.
this week.
I'm not the coach.
Not from the coast. Auckland Bees struggling. Well, not struggling. They just the A's have got injuries with props, and the Bees have got injuries as well. So they 2 weeks ago they called and I didn't answer any calls from them. And then the bro rang on Monday and said, "Are you free? Can you play or come help us?" I was like, "For you, yeah."
Nice.
We ended up beating North Harbour on the weekend.
Cool.
It was a good game. Good to get back out there. And again, there's like 20 years difference between me and several of the players in the team. So it's a young team. But it's good because you get to pass on a bit of knowledge.
Absolutely.
While you're playing.
Now, Jordan, you unfortunately weren't in Huntly or down home this weekend, but there was plenty of league happening down there, wasn't there?
Heaps of league. Obviously, Waikato, we love our rugby league down there.
Yeah.
Shout outs to all the clubs that were playing on the weekend. My brother-in-law was playing.
Nice.
Premier Reserves. Unfortunately, our club, Tane Whare, went down to the Hamilton City Tigers. So shout outs to the Tigers. And then shout outs to all the clubs, really, to be honest. Like, our competition doesn't live without all the clubs, the supporters, the volunteers, the coaches, the whānau getting behind it all. So weekends are special down at home, and we get to go watch the footy and enjoy it and have a laugh sometimes. And sometimes the players see me there and throw some, hurl some kupu my way, and I just hurl it back. And
Tri-Sallies.
Not as cool as my Tri-Sallies, but we'll get there. But no, it was really cool, special weekend, for sure.
Are those the two biggest clubs or the main clubs down Waikato? Tane Whare and Tigers?
They lost to
Ngāruawāhia Panthers.
Yeah.
So big shout out to the Panthers. I know it's probably been a while since, because Tane Whare's been dominant in the rugby league, and Tūranga Waiwai.
Well, Tūranga Waiwai won one of the divisions, did they, I think?
Yeah, the second division, But shout out to the Ngāruawāhia Panthers, the Hagi whānau, the brothers, getting that win. yeah, I know it means it's huge for the communities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was cool to see just on everyone's stories the amount of people that were down there. I think even like Te Karere, and there were news and everyone was down there, which was neat.
Sure.
It's like a really fun kind of rivalry down
Yeah.
there. Like people really get into it, like hard out get into it, especially because I live in Arawahia, so like whānau out there, full regalia head to toe in their
Yes.
club, their club stuff.
Yeah.
Like I'm at the barber shop, and then someone walks in head to toe TYY.
Yeah.
And then another bro walks in head to toe Panthers. And it's real cool. And then they all know each other, we all get along. It's really special. But yeah, fortunately not Tony Whare's year this year, but
I didn't see that at club rugby in the bigger cities. Or club footy.
like pride.
Well, just pride, but you don't see anyone rocking around with Ponsonby gears unless you're heading to the game to go and play.
True.
You don't, like you said, you wouldn't go into the bars full kitted out with a Ponsonby kit, and I think that's where a lot of our community stuff's
I see a lot
lacking.
of Ngāti Porou going around
Oh, no, they're a different breed.
in all their kit.
I've been wearing my
Tamariki
t-shirt.
and all.
They will steal your kit. I know from experience.
And then Api was the Fox Memorial in Auckland this
Yes,
weekend.
my other team that I played for this year, Mount Albert Lions, they went down to Otahuhu Leopards in the final yesterday, and the boys are on the Mad Monday today.
And Api was like, do you reckon we
Didn't
should
wanna
call
get-
into
didn't
their
wanna
Mad Monday? I don't think that's a good idea.
We don't want to get anyone in on a Mad Monday
Nah,
again.
Only you,
only you,
Royal
only you
Joe.
could do it,
Only
bro.
you can do that.
But yeah, shout out to Otahuhu. They were undefeated all year, and big mihi to the whānau, my ex-coaches, and coaching that team. So
And it was a
big
close game, wasn't it? Like 8-4 or something?
Yeah, it was 2-0 at half time,
Wow.
and then it was 8-4 in the score. So
Yeah.
Have they haven't been up. Otahu haven't been up for a long time, eh?
nah, yeah, it's been
You
a
always
while.
hear about Mount Albert or Point Chev. Or,
Yeah, I think Mount Albert's got the most Fox titles in the history, but yeah, it's been a while for Otahuhu, so big mihi to them.
Big
Nice.
mihi.
And then in just some other local news, Tipene had their camp, Api?
Yes, so Tipene have had their camp. I was lucky enough to pop in there on Sunday and go and see some of our talent from all over the motu.
You and Otere?
Yeah, myself and Otere went there to give a bit of presentation. But cracker, we went over, bro, about free practices, and we had these two jokes to start off with, bro. Crickets, bro. Both of them, and we were like, okay, we'll start off with this game. The game absolutely failed. We didn't get a win out of it. But yeah, it was cool. Big mihi to Tipene, and if you get the chance to go out there, like, they are building a state-of-the-arts facility out there. Like, it's unbelievable. And
Not going out there.
yeah, so no, it was a cool little kaupapa there at Tipene.
Nice. Right, we're almost finished. So if we think of our sharp as or sharpen up moments of the week, but Api, you've got a giveaway from Okuma.
Yep, Jordan organised this one.
What do we
In
got?
sharpen up
What have we
colours as
got?
well.
We got shout out to Okuma.
Is it what?
Designed our own sharpen up reel.
If you want to win
Yeah,
this.
if you want to. Ooh, is this one of one?
Oh,
Similar.
clip it?
Yeah, one of one.
One of one.
And yeah, we're just gonna do a bit of a giveaway on our socials. So if you're into fishing or want to get into fishing, we'll just call it at the sharpest catch. If you comment your sharpest catch, and we'll pick that winner and have this reel out to you.
Nice. So
Will
big,
will they catch? Are you guaranteeing they'll catch a lot of the?
I've done the karakia. I've blessed this real whānau, so you'll be catching some
There you go,
naked fish.
whānau. Expect some fresh
Not
fish back in
catfishing like the boat.
Oh, nice. So big thank you to Okuma. All right, we get into our Sharp As or Sharpen Up moments of the week. I'll start. My Sharp As moment, CrossFit Kotahi out of Hamilton. It's run by Kurt and Nicole Kara. They had some of their tamariki from their CrossFit compete in a CrossFit competition, which I thought was really cool to see. I saw it on the socials. And I think, obviously, we see a lot of adults competing in the CrossFit competitions and the kids go along. So I thought it was really cool to see the kids have an opportunity to do a little CrossFit comp. And, it was really cute seeing them go to work, which was incredible. And I was like, damn, they got some athletes there. So a big shout out to CrossFit Kotahi out of Hamilton for me.
There
you
you
go. My sharpen up is not sports related, but it's a sharpen up to myself. My 5-year-old Yuzi taught me a valuable lesson this week. You might have seen it on my Facebook. But the conversation goes, my son comes home from school. I go, son, how was your day today? And he's talking away, and then it turned into, me and the boys riz some girls today. And I was like, in my head, I was about to riz his taringa, not knowing what it meant. I was like, oh, true. So what's riz, son? He goes, like if a girl, you see a beautiful girl, you go get buff, then they talk to you, then they like you, then you riz them, Dad. And I was like, at that point, I felt like I was really old, not knowing what riz was. I put it out into the Facebook community and found that riz meant charisma. Yeah. So you got the charm.
Got the riz.
Yeah, he's got charm to reel in some girls. But I was like, all right, son.
Different kind of catch.
So I had to, I got schooled up on what riz was, but I did tell him, son, you're at a kura where your cousins go to the same school, so no rizzing on the hill, It's ka pai to riz, but not in your class.
Shout outs to Yuzi with the wisdom.
With the
wisdom for Papa. My sharp as moment, my barber, a young fella, 18-year-old Isaiah, he won the junior national powerlifting competition in his division. I think he got a few PBs, but I think he's got something like 11 national records as well. So young fella from Huntley, he's my barber. Shout outs to all the boys down at The Shed in Naruahia.
What do we lift?
So I think because he's only 18 and might be under 90 kg, but he benched 150 at 18.
Holy.
And then he deaded 280. I believe.
That's wicked.
He's mean.
Bro,
he's a mean barber too. So
I was going to say, he's probably the one with the sharpest haircut.
The
competition.
Nah, so shout outs to the young
So
fella.
bench, deadlift, and squat.
And then squat. I wasn't too sure what the squat was, but it's
Man,
definitely
that's
a 200 a squat.
Heavy.
Yeah, for an 18-year-old. It's pretty mean.
Yeah.
So shout outs to the bro.
Nice.
My sharpen up moment this week goes to my cousin, who was also our cultural advisor for our team. So he gets us up. I reckon this is why we lost the game on Saturday. So he gets us on the beach, all in our shoes, and goes, talking about the why, to cleanse us. So we're standing on the edge and we do our karakia to start the day. He does the karakia, and after his karakia, he's like, bring it everyone in. Come and huddle up the pūtake at school. So we all came in, huddling up. And then just before we do our final call, we hear this, move, 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 move. Bro, huge wave comes right on us. One of the boys' phone fell out of his pocket, bro.
He tohu.
So we're all scattered across the beach. Big shout out to my whanaunga. We need to sharpen up, bro. Won't be doing that again. But my sharp as moment goes to the morning shift. What they did, their show was pretty mean. So they're touring Aotearoa at the moment. If you get the opportunity, go check it out and support the bros.
Yeah, I'll be going on Friday, Rotorua show.
Oh, nice.
And then my boys performing, opening for them as well.
Cool.
So, yeah, that'll be cool.
Oh, that's unreal.
Oh, good luck to your boy.
Yeah, thank you.
Nice, you can tell us all about it.
When's the Auckland show? Have they done one?
I think it's when the All Blacks are playing. They've kind of timed it in line with stuff like that. So it'll be coming up soon. But yeah, a big thank you to our sponsors, Beard Brothers, Groove Bar. Thank you to all our listeners. And make sure you get involved with the Okuma giveaway. What is it, Uppy? Your best catch?
Sharpest
catch. Sharpest catch
wins the sharpest reel.
Like your missus or...
Usually put your entry in. Win that a reel.
So make sure you follow us on social media. Keep an eye out for the Okuma giveaway. Big thank you to them. And thank you everyone once again for listening, subscribing and watching. See you Aotearoa Wiki.
Chi-chi.